This was never supposed to be a Trisha Paytas reaction channel. And I wasn't going to make every video in my car. Having said that, here I am talking about Trisha Paytas in this nasty ass car again. Since we last discussed Trisha Paytas, about a week and a half ago, when I talked about the Nikocado avocado situation and how she was losing subscribers, I think at that point she had lost about 30,000 subscribers. Well, today, as I film this right now, she's lost about 86,000 subscribers. A little bit more than that, but who's counting? But anyway, she's done different, like, she can call them what she wants, but it's deflection tactics to get people to just stop being mad at her. It's not working. People are mad. Like, but she's upset because she's exposing so much about herself. Like, she's having basically a meltdown for the world to see. Like I said, she put that video up of, about her and Jason's breakup. Well, when that didn't get her any sympathy, then she had to tell the story about how she was 5150'd. More on that in a minute. Since that didn't get her the sympathy that she wanted and people to stop being mad at her, then she talked about, now all of a sudden, girl, she's an opiate addict and she's detoxing. I shit you not. She said that. So, she released a video the other day where she's laying in bed, like with the camera positioned at, I'm sure what she thinks is a flattering angle, and she's just laying there, and she had a head cold, and you knew she had a head cold because her mom just said in another video the other day that, like, she gave her the head cold, but she's laying there, like, you know how when you're sick and you sound sick, so she's just like milking it, like she's all like stopped up and she's all, because the opiate addiction is so terrible and the withdrawals are so bad. And apparently also it was Jason's birthday week, and like he's not talking to her at all. So I don't know if this is like a pity thing, like, look at me, I'm over here just falling apart. So anyway, Peter Monn, who is he's a recovered addict, I think himself, for sure alcoholic. I think he had addictions to some drugs too. He made a video because a lot of people were asking him to, and he gave his opinion on it. You know, like, basically, if this is the truth, Trisha, like, I hope you're okay. I hope you get help. But if you're bullshitting, stop bullshitting. Not his exact words. I will insert a clip about that.
Let's get into this video. So, I wasn't really sure that I wanted to make this video, and let me explain to you why. It has absolutely nothing to do with the fact that I've been friendly with Trisha Paytas, or that I've talked with her, or that I have made videos with her in the past, that she was nice enough to allow me into her home to make a collab video. It has absolutely nothing to do with that. The reason why I wasn't sure that I really wanted to make this video, at the request of literally hundreds of people, I was getting so many DMs from people. People were tweeting me, people were sending me messages on Instagram saying, will you please make a video about Trisha? What's going on with Trisha? What's going on with Trisha? And, you know, in kind of watching her Instagram stories and all the stuff that was going on, I was like, well, here's the thing, okay, that I don't know. Like, Trisha puts all this out there, and then 2 days later, she's completely fine. And the people are like, well, she pre-filmed those videos 2 weeks ago. I'm just talking about historically, okay? And then, so then they have this argument about when the film was actually, or the video was actually filmed. And then like 5 days later, she's completely back to normal again, and everything's fine, and what was happening. So I never know, like in Trisha's world, what is real, what is not real, and all this kind of stuff. And in the past, I have always said, as far as like kind of like this trolling behavior, that she even says that she trolls, but then she said she doesn't like trolling. It's all just a game. It's just really all a game. In the past, I've said that I thought it was funny, I thought it was enjoyable, and that was when the trolling was really, I would say, not about super serious things, or things that really were about her letting us into her world. This is different, okay? This is about addiction. This is about recovery. This is about withdrawing from addiction. This is about detox. And this is very, very scary to me. So for those of you out there that know, and Trisha does know this about me, I have been sober for 24.5 years. My sobriety date is December 17th of 1994. It was not my first attempt at getting sober. and that's important for this video. I had attempted to get sober many, many times. Now, I consider myself an alcoholic and an addict. There was a lot of things that I used. There really wasn't anything that I wouldn't use. And I've said this many times in my videos, that the only reason I didn't become a opioid heroin addict was because it wasn't offered to me. Had it been offered to me at that time, and it wasn't as prevalent as it is today, it's literally everywhere, okay? If it was offered to me at that time, I probably would have died from.
So he goes on to, like, basically express his concern and sympathy for her if this is real, but also to kind of, like, make her understand that this isn't something that you joke about or exploit just to try to get, like, the heat off your back or attention or sympathy or whatever. And see, what I've noticed that Trisha does is she uploads all this, like, real sporadic, erratic behavior. Like, her upload schedule is just weird. Like $10,000 mukbang. Not really, but I mean, just an example. And then the next minute she's all falling apart. And then, or why we broke up, or what it's like to be in a mental institution. But then she'll be like, letting celebrities decide what I eat for 24 hours. And just insane. Like, she's trying everything because she knows that even though she's losing subscribers, she's getting a lot of views right now. And she wants to, like, capitalize on that, which isn't like that's a pretty smart thing to do, I guess. But also, she's just trying whatever deflection works. And whichever one works, I think she plans to go with that. But here's the thing. None of it's working. Like, people are sick of Trisha's bullshit. And it's about time. But anyway, so she uploads a video yesterday saying how she's upset because Peter Monn, and also the Rewired Soul, who's also used to be a mental health channel, he's also a recovered addict. They basically, like, she's trying to say that they said she's lying. Neither said, like, Trisha, you're lying. They're looking at, like, all the behavior and basically, like, empathizing with their audiences. Like, yeah, I mean, I can see how y'all are upset that she's exploiting addiction and recovery and other mental illness, you know, just, like, relating to their audiences about it. So Trisha uploads this video, and the name of the video was I'm Pissed. And so she's basically just on there, like, having a rant and saying, like how dare they say she's lying. And then, but she embellishes a lot, though. She's like, they both see patients. No, they don't. And if I were one of their patients and they told me I was lying, I mean, people could kill themselves. And, like, what she's doing now is she's pissed because they didn't take her side. So she's trying to make them, like, villains, and it's not working. Like, there's still a few people that are buying it, but most people are like, Trisha, girl, get over yourself, grow up, and stop. So, but one of the things that, like, killed me in her video was that she was like, because all I've ever wanted to do was help people. So now, in addition to being, I guess, a woman's rights advocate, and when she was, you know, so concerned about young girls with H3H3's video, now she is just trying to help the mental health community and save lives with her testimony. And girl, now, yes, the same Trish who said the following,
you know, I'm like, no, I didn't want to be locked away. I didn't want to be with crazy people. I didn't want that on my record forever.
Wait, what did you say?
I didn't want to be locked away. I didn't want to be with crazy people.
But she wants you to hate Peter Monn and Rewired Soul because they have a more realistic and logical outlook on addiction and recovery because they've been there, both earned their recovery through, I'm sure, like, hard work and introspection and honesty and making amends and anything else that you have to do to try to turn your life around whenever you're a victim of your own circumstances. So whether Trisha is an opiate addict or not, she could learn a lot from those values that come with the 12-step programs of, like, Alcoholics Anonymous and other programs like that, because honestly, I've always kind of thought that everybody should have to go through that, even though, like, if you're not an addict or an alcoholic, you don't get, like, your hands on the actual literature and everything, but if you ever knew anybody who has gone through it and they've told you, or you're just watching their transformation, honestly, they should have that shit in high school, because it's just a good way of owning your crap and accepting accountability for your life, no matter what, who did what, or whatever. Once you're an adult, your life is yours to fix. Like, you can blame your mama all you want. That doesn't get you anywhere. At some point, you have to be like, okay, well, this is my life. Let me fix it and move on the best way I can. And I think that Trisha could benefit from that, because she's upset. She's doing whatever she can to remain a victim and trying to paint this narrative that commentary channels are somehow evil and harmful to other people because just because Trish talks about people on her channel only whenever she's trying to completely destroy that person and destroy their lives. So she thinks that other people do the same thing. No, commentary channels are a necessary evil, whether you like it or not. They exist to maintain accountability for some of these influencers, and it maintains a balance. It's just what it is. And rolling around on your kitchen floor crying and pointing fingers at everybody else is not doing anything to fix your situation. And it's not fixing your reputation or whatever it is that you're trying to shine a better light on, with all that deflection that you're doing. Bottom line, be as pissed as you want at Peter and Rewired Soul, but nothing's going to change in your life until you get pissed enough at yourself to do something with it. Now you got Amelia Fart out here white knighting for you, whenever you would have done the same thing to her had Peter and Shane not taken a liking to her, and you'd be like, oh, okay, well, I'll be friends with her because they like her. Fix yourself, don't fix yourself, but stop blaming other people. Stop trying to get mad. Stop trying to create mobs to go against other people because you're upset, because you're used to getting your audience to do your bidding for you. If you need to take a break from YouTube, then do that. If you feel like you can't because you need to make the money, I don't know, here's a thought: go get a fucking job like other people if you can't deal with what's happening online. You did not stop until you achieved fame online, but you want to try to control the narrative about how you look, whenever like the way you're uploading and presenting yourself is the reason why people look at you like that. Like, you don't get to be like, no, this is how you're gonna see me. It just doesn't work that way. I wish it did. My life would be so much better if it did. But I digress.